Welcome back to the channel. Wanted to take a quick opportunity here. I was in the gym the other day, finishing up a Muay Thai class. One of my boys who I've been training with for years at this point looked over to me and was like, "Man, I could tell you're in the gym all the time. I want to know what your routine is." And so we started talking a little bit about figuring out his workout split. Ultimately, he's in the season in his life where Muay Thai isn't the focus, and that's new for him. Right now, his focus is, in his words, is to get stronger, build up his physique. And so he's trying to figure out a way to balance the two. And so he actually asked the perfect person. Obviously, as a fitness coach, figuring out workout splits is what I do, but also being somebody who still believes himself to be an athlete. That was one of the things I had to figure out when I first picked up this sport as well. And so you have a few different workout splits. Ultimately, when clients come to me with this question, it really is about what fits into your lifestyle and what's going to make you the most consistent. Point blank, period. Those are the most important aspects. How often can you train, and how often will you be consistent based on your split? So you have a few different options. You have the 3-day split, which is full body. Typically, you have at least 24 hours in between each session for recovery. And so those sessions are going to tend to be a little bit longer, right? You're going to be focused on compound movements. As you progress in your sets and repetition, you'll be increasing the intensity, increasing the weight. And so you also need some rest and recovery. So those sessions can take a little while. But for those folks who really can only spare 3 days a week, that 3-day full body split will work out for a lot of people. The second option, you have your upper lower split. That is a 4-day workout. First day, and the split is actually in the description of the name, right? Upper lower. So you focus on your upper, your chest, your back, your triceps, your buys, and then on the lower days you focus on legs. Now you can split that up however you like. This is actually the split that I currently use, and it's the split that has allowed me to be more consistent with my Muay Thai. When I first got into Muay Thai, my focus was still getting strong, building an aesthetic physique. I'm a coach, so that's going to be my priority. I had trouble finding a balance. And so I'm the type of person who likes to work out in the morning. I like to start my day with some pain, really get it in, really get after it in the gym. And then that way, when I face the rest of my day, I've gotten the hardest part out of the way. So this split in particular allowed me to be able to continue training hard, continue making sure that my physique and my strength was a priority, but also gave me enough time to really dive into Muay Thai and get better and improve and level up in that area. The other option is push-pull legs, or PPL. This is a 6-day split. So you focus on your push muscles, We're talking bench press, incline press, triceps, shoulder press, military press, etc. Your pull muscles will be usually your back and biceps, so rows, bent over rows, pull-ups, etc. And then legs are self-explanatory. Spread this out over 6 days. I honestly, this is for if I'm strictly talking about bodybuilding, strength training, building an aesthetic lean physique, I like PPL. That is my favorite. So I'm someone who enjoys working out, so you have to keep that in mind. Some people don't enjoy working out, but they know that it's necessary, and so they're really just trying to get it be the most optimal. So this split might not be a favorite of everyone's, but if you really enjoy the gym, you really enjoy working out, in my opinion, it's one of the best splits you can have. And then you have your bro split, where 7 days a week you're focused on single body parts. I know there's a lot of backlash in the fitness community, especially amongst the science-based fitness coaches slash influencer about the bro split. But the reality is it works. On that note, every split that I just mentioned works, but you have to be consistent. And so the real question is, how much time can you dedicate to the gym where it's a non-negotiable? You're the person who does not miss a workout. Is that 3 days? Cool. The full body split will work best for you. Is it 4 days? Upper lower? It's gonna be pretty good for you. Is it 6 days? Now you're becoming something of a legend, and so that PPL, that push pull leg split, will be perfect for you. And if you're just someone who, for whatever reason, you have this fantasy, idealistic thoughts of the glory days of bodybuilding, the Ronnie Colemans, the Schwarzeneggers. If you like that approach, then the bro split will work for you. So it's really about which split will allow you to be most consistent, because at the end of the day, you can choose whatever split you want, but if you're not consistent, if you're not attacking it consistently, you will not see the results that you're looking for. Bringing it full circle, I shared this with my boy at the gym, and I shared, hey, this is what I'm currently doing. And so after discussing it, he's like, man, your split is actually perfect. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do, which makes sense. He's someone who's had a number of fights already, so Muay Thai is definitely important to him. It's a part of his life. It's part of his lifestyle. But he wants to shift his focus on building up his physique. And so what I found in my trial and error was that the upper body split worked perfectly for me. It allowed me to get 4 days in, so I'm hitting each muscle group twice a week with plenty of rest time in between. And then it gave me 3 other days to focus on Muay Thai. Now I could use one of those days or 2 of those days for rest, but I like to work out. I like to be active, and so my current split is the upper lower, and then I do Muay Thai 3 days a week. Sometimes I double up on classes, and so I found, for me to get consistent, to get better, to level up in Muay Thai specifically, that split worked for me. So again, it's really about what are your goals, how can you make it consistent for you, and that's what's really going to lead to you getting the results, you winning or not winning. And so you can go down the rabbit hole of all the science and the data about how many times you should work out, how many times different muscle groups need to be hit for growth, et cetera, et cetera. There's a place for that. But simply speaking, for someone, I just want to be pragmatic. For most people, this isn't going to be the focus of your life. And so really just figure out, how can I be consistent where working out is now, or training is now, a non-negotiable. I'm the person who never misses a workout. And so just some food for thought. I thought that story was pertinent to what we talk about here on the channel. And it's something that I deal with clients all the time. Busy professionals that have a lot going on, they have families, etc. So carving out some time to make fitness a priority can be challenging for some, but it is definitely doable. So share with me your thoughts. What are your current split? I would love to hear about your current splits and why you chose them.